only on Christ 17 TV. Back upside your head with another one. Today, today, we're on episode 16 of Major League Players I Grew Up On. So, today, we got one of my favorites, one of my favorite guys to watch, and I actually got to see him play in the Oakland Coliseum and hit a monster bomb. Today we're talking about the one and only Chicago White Sox legend, Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt, okay? I mean, this guy was a big man. A big fucking man, no diddy. Check out this. He was a five-time All-Star from 93 to 97. He was a two-time AL MVP in back-to-back years in 93 and 94. Four-time Silver Slugger, okay? Four times. He played first base for a lot of the years. Then when he got older, they put him at the DH, okay? And this was back when they didn't have a DH in the National League, okay? In my days growing up, where the pitcher actually had to come up and grab a bat, wait on the on-deck circle, and get in that batter's box and either strike out, hit it, or bunt. So, he was an AL batting champion in 1997. The guy was the guy had an eye. He had an eye like the greats. Tony Gwynn, Wade Boggs, all these guys, they had a high Don Mattingly, all this shit. He had a high batting average. Hall of Famer, 2014. Okay? Home runs total career, 521. Okay? Now check out this one. RBIs, career-wise, 1,704. All-time career batting average, 301. He debuted August 2nd, 1990. August 2nd is the day my daughter's birthday, but she was born 99. So, last game played was in... last game was in August 29th, 2008 for the Oakland A's. And he had a hell of a year for them, too. 2000 AL Comeback Player of the Year. I mean, this guy was something special to watch. I mean, when he hit the ball, he hit the fucking ball. Before they had this thing where they could see how hard the ball leaves your bat, like Judge, he was the one hitting the ball the hardest, okay? He had 1,667 walks, so he hit bombs and did not K that much. He had a great eye. He walked a whole bunch. And while everybody was getting accused of PEDs and taking shit to enhance your performance, they had the Maguires, the Sosas, the Cansecos, Rafael Palmeiros. Never once did they mention Frank Thomas or Ken Griffey Jr. Okay? The Chicago White Sox retired number 35. I'm sorry. He even has a statue. Frank Thomas, the bigger, has a statue outside Cellular Field. The Big Hurt, okay? In 97, when he won the batting title, he batted 347, okay? 347. Check out this. The year before he didn't win it, he batted 349. You know how hard it is to go back-to-back years batting 340? That's Tony Gwynnish. You know what I'm saying? Then you had career doubles, 495 freaking doubles. He had 5 years that he had over 400 home runs. He was drafted 7th in 1989. He played he played for the Chicago White Sox for 16 years. He also played for the Toronto Blue Jays for 2, and he ended his major league career with the Oakland A's. He's considered one of the best right-hand hitters in major league history, okay? Big Frank was born 5/27/1968 in Columbus, Georgia, and this guy was, I mean, he was something else to watch. I mean, when Big Frank got into the batter's box, you was like, oh boy. You knew if he got the bat on that ball, you was in trouble. You was, okay, was it 94 where they had the shortened season? He was batting I want to say 355 or 359, something, either one. But that was the shortened season in 94. He hit the ball. He did not strike out like these guys do today. Don't get me wrong. He had his Ks, but he walked a lot. And you don't strike out that much when you're batting 349, 347, 350 something. You're putting the bat on the damn ball. And this guy was exciting. He was like the biggest guy in baseball at that time. You had McGuire, you had Canseco, them were some big boys. Those were definitely some big boys. You had Cecil Fielder, which his is coming soon. But Big Frank, he was just, it wasn't like he was a sloppy big. He was solid. Frank Thomas was solid. And I mean, he was fun to watch, man. He was a great ball player to watch. He played first base. And you would think at that size, he wouldn't be agile. He was agile. He was diving on the line, robbing doubles, getting back to first base, tossing it. I mean, he could play the field. He could play defense. He could hit the ball, and his knowledge for the game was like no other I've seen. Simply beautiful to watch. I mean, I'm lucky to come from an era where baseball was golden to me. I mean, the players were like, I mean, check my list out. I got a list now. You can go all the way down the list and you can check the players. You can check these players and you can enjoy it because I got it on my playlist. You can go back there, you can watch the playlist, and you can go from one all the way to whatever is the last one at that time. But yeah, man, I had to do one on the Big Hurt Frank motherfucking Thomas. This was a great thing. Hall of Famer, no problem. First ballot. I mean, the guy had 521 bombs, okay? Comeback player of the year, considered one of the best right-handed batters of all time, and not one time was he accused of using PEDs. Because in that time, they thought everybody, even the pitchers, even the damn pitchers. And to watch him in the home run derby was another thing. I mean, he would hit some bombs, 470, 480, and it would look like it was nothing to him. Like, damn, you barely hit the ball. But I remember seeing him in the Oakland Coliseum fucking hit a ball a country mile. Boy, the good old days, yo, when you could watch sports and just watch all these great different players from different teams, and the game was not watered down now. You had a DH in one league, a pitcher hits in the other league, no clock. You could throw over to first base as many times as you want. They changed the rules so much. Now you can run over the catcher. If Big Frank was coming around third, you're going to think twice about blocking that plate. You might just give up that run. Unless it's the playoffs or the World Series, you might have to take that. But if Frank's coming around that third base and that ball's coming and you got to block that plate, you might have to make a business decision. Because if Frank runs through you, guess what? 9 times out of 10, your season's finished, or he could end your whole career, because he was a big man. And he wasn't like, he was solid. He was solid as a rock. So what is Frank doing these days, huh? Him and Flutie is doing the Nugenics commercials for these pills that, keep you good. Keep your manhood good. Keep you feeling not tired and all shit like that. And him and Flutie keep making these commercials, and I crack up because I'm like, I remember the Big Hurt. He used to be smashing things. Now he's like, he need a pill to be smashing things, if you get what I'm saying. But just to watch this guy was a fucking privilege. I collected his baseball cards. I seen him play once. I used to love to watch him play on TV all the time. And it was just a pleasure in those days to get to see the ball players of those years. I mean, I'm talking about the ball players of those years was way different. I got a lot more on the way. Cecil Fielder, Wade Boggs, Roger Clemens. I got some shit coming. I still got to do Jose Canseco. I got a lot going on here. And with that being said, this is Christ 17 TV. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. It won't cost you a dime, and it don't cost nothing to push that button. So with that being said, everybody, this is Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt, episode 16 on Major League Baseball players I grew up on, and I will catch you guys on the flip side, player. Catch you on the next episode. You already know.